Hi everyone, well, this is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Ethereum. Once again, thank you for your support. If you're not a member of the Patreon, do head over to that particular section and get involved in the community there. Some great content in there, a great CoinsKid team providing content as well, so it's all good, and daily content as well, altcoin gems and all the sort of little goodies that we've got going on for yourselves in there in the Patreon there. So the links to that is in each video description and also on coinskid.com in the links section of the website there. So it's all good. So right now you can see Ethereum absolutely met all expectations. Just fell shy of our little 1414 price prediction here at $4,614. Almost got there, didn't it? Almost got there. You know, it potentially will get there in this bull run, because we are in a bull run, and right now you can see we're having a bit of a correction, a bit of a rollover, and that was basically bought on a couple of things really. The market was completely a bit overbought, to be honest with you. There's a lot of greed in the market, and what we're looking for them optimal inputs, optimal positions to get involved in the markets, obviously, is fear. And you're fully aware of that now in the space here. So what I'm going to do is just show you the fear and greed index. One moment, show you that. So this is the fear and greed index. Right now you can see it's at level 31. Last week it was at 68, week before 65, and last month was 74. So you can see it's been very greedy. There's been a lot of greed in the market, and people thinking they can just come into it and make instant money. And that's always a sign, you know, that a blow off top. Not necessarily the end of the bull market, but it needs a reversal basically. It needs to cool down a bit and just bring everyone back down to earth. It's called a shakeout effectively, and that's potentially what we might be looking at for the crypto at the moment. Obviously with the Elon Musk tweet there, that's actually contributed towards the actual downturn for crypto. But I want to reassure you that Ethereum is extremely strong. Technically it's very, very strong, okay, and it is actually marching on. I'll show you some good technical indicators right now for Ethereum, but right now we're in fear basically, and like I've always said to you, they're your optimal entry points into any crypto market when you're showing fear basically. So we're just going to take a look at Ethereum. So you can see Ethereum on the weekly time frame, you know, with our bullish cross, the buy and go to the beach signal right there from CoinsKid. We were able to determine the bottom, determine the top, lay down the fibs, boom, you got your price prediction. You can see last year when we got this bullish cross, the buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid, on the 8th of June, we were able to lay down that particular fib, and we could see that Ethereum would actually reach the all-time high, obviously, because it was in a bull market, big tick confirmation of a bull market. Break the high, obviously, which it had to do, and you could see it was up against it for a couple of weeks there before it actually got through it. Back test at support. Do you see that? Went up, got a little overextended, back test support, continuation, and right now you can see it's absolutely smashed through the 1272 extension right there, and it started to run up towards the 1414 extension of 4614. It's fell a little bit shy, and I think primarily it was because it is a little bit overheated within itself, and also obviously the contribution of Bitcoin, Bitcoin's little rollover there, and as Bitcoin rolls it does tend to drag the market with it as well, unfortunately. So you can see potentially if we do continue to have a pullback across the crypto space here, which is an event, you know, it's a possibility, you can see effectively like what here, because you can see if it gets overextended like it did here, gets overextended, starts to roll, what does it do? It comes back down to a previous level of support, and as you can see the previous level of support is the previous high of the bull market. Okay, do you see that? So it rested on it beautifully, lovely at 1425 as support before continuation in the bull market. So if Ethereum does start to roll, I'm not saying that it will, but if it does, then do anticipate that you could potentially see Ethereum resting on the 1272 as support. So you may sort of see a 3k Ethereum from this point. If it fails to now pick up, the market fails to pick up, and we do start to look at a bit more of a rollover for, you know, because there is a saying, in May, sell and go away, and that's why you're seeing the stock markets deplete a little bit, and a lot of, you know, the tech sector and all that is starting to sort of sell off a little bit, because effectively it's what happens in May, sell and go away. It's profit taking basically. So yeah, if you do start to see Ethereum roll a little bit, do anticipate that this key level needs to hold. Okay, so you may see something like this for Ethereum, where it sort of does this for a couple of weeks, consolidates just like it did here in this sort of range before, you know, the sort of June, early June, mid-June, so to speak, before we get a pick up and continue, break that, and then I'll hopefully get to our price prediction there of $8,232 per Ethereum token of a 1618 extension in this bull run that we are in. Okay, and right now there's no reason to think that we are not in a bull run, other than if Bitcoin does roll and goes under a level of support there that we're targeting. If it does start to roll and go under that key level of support, then you may be looking at a sort of a rollover for at least a couple of weeks to a couple of months there for Bitcoin in this two-part bull run that we are kind of anticipating anticipating, so to speak. But again, we've not got a crystal ball. We'll just always say what we see. So right now then, what I'll do, I'll dive into Ethereum on the 4-hourly time frame. But once again, you know, if you do start to see it roll, do anticipate that you'll see it rest on 3K. But if you do start to see it march on from here, then I would imagine that you would run into a little bit of resistance at 4,600, and we were only sort of $200 off that particular price prediction there. So that's amazing, you know, that we laid down that price prediction way down there last year, and we're actually marching on and getting to it. Obviously, we got to the 1272 and then marching towards the 1414 there. So it's all good. So we're just going to look at Ethereum on the 4-hourly time frame. I was just looking at Ethereum on the 4-hourly time frame here. Then you can see it start to roll a bit, okay, and it's lost a key level of support. It's basically under the EMAs at the moment, the 4-hourly 20 and 55 EMA just there. The red line's the 55 EMA, and you can see it's hitting its head. Now, if it continues to hit its head, okay, it will contribute towards a bit of a downtrend for Ethereum. Now, what you do is it starts to roll. This is a little trick, okay. All you do is look at the previous swing highs as support. So this is a swing high just there, and you can see that particular levels came in as a level of support. You can see that's wicked off it. Now if it does start to lose that swing high, you can see you've got a little swing high there, a swing high there, and then the last one after that is all the way down there, okay. Do you see that swing high? So effectively, if you do start to see Ethereum start to roll here and start to lose these key levels of support, I'll drop this one in as well because that's a little swing high. And this is the problem with projects that get a little bit too overextended. When they're falling on support, they let rest on swing highs, and if they lose them, that's where you start to see that sort of larger sell-off finding support, so to speak. So right there you can see if Ethereum continues to sort of remain in a downtrend, you could be looking at a lovely little short of around 20% for Ethereum down to this particular level right here. I will drop that in for you, but there is a bit of a theory. I know that Ethereum is really, really strong. It's got a massive level of support, and this particular level here would actually coincide with the Fibonacci extension retest on that extension there, the 1272, that it's absolutely blasted through and not necessarily tested as support right at the moment. So there is a theory, okay, when in May sell and go away, and obviously you've seen the tech sector sell off, you've seen a lot of the stock sell off. There is a theory that a lot of that money that's being sold off is actually being bought into Ethereum. So this is where you might see Ethereum just actually pick up here and not carry out a correction like Bitcoin is, and just absolutely pick up and march on, because there might be a key level of support right here that steps in for Ethereum. So do anticipate, you know, if you do start to get back above these EMAs, especially 55 and then the 20, it's just a minor little blip, and then you'll absolutely march on and you'll get to them extensions that we've spoken about earlier in the video right here. So effectively what I'm trying to say, if you do start to see Ethereum start to come down and it does remain under these EMAs, especially the 55 hitting its head, because you see it's very overextended. The gap in the EMAs there is very overextended. As it's rolled, it's lost support, and that's what happens. So if it remains under that and it starts to close below 3612, do anticipate that you could start to see Ethereum sort of come down a little bit to at least test this previous swing high. So that'd be an extra 2% depreciation there, and once it loses that particular level, then you can see there's no real support there for Ethereum under it, unless you start to zoom out on the daily and the weekly EMAs right there. Then you could start to see Ethereum just sort of come down to sort of that 3K, which is this swing high here, which is 296. So we will look at Ethereum on the daily time frame right now and see where the EMAs are. So yeah, I mean, if it does start to lose, and you can see that each time that it's going up, it is backtesting the 20 EMA really nicely in this uptrend that it's got going on. A couple of times it's actually fell through it, and you know that may come for Ethereum out of a larger correction than we do anticipate. You know, reset some of these rocket ships, so to speak, and refuel these rocket ships for continuation. But yeah, this is a really, really key level of support. If you do start to see Ethereum sort of capitulate and sell off, and you're looking at a larger correction, then I would anticipate that this is the absolute low in this bull market, that you will see Ethereum before continuation to those extensions up there in this bull market for Ethereum. So it's all good, basically. It's all good. It's golden for continuation, but obviously it's got a little bit overextended, and if it does lose these levels, then do anticipate these key levels of support right here. I would imagine, to be honest with you, you know, you may just sort of see it roll off and come back down to the 20 EMA on the daily, if anything, because it's so strong, isn't it? But then if you do start to lose that, then obviously you've got that key level in there, and that's where you may sort of see something like this. And I've got a crystal ball, but if it does start to lose it, you may see a level of consolidation right there for Ethereum, and then you may start to see the EMAs come up like that. It might get caught between the EMAs before continuation popping out eventually after a level of consolidation to the upside, just like it did here when it rolled. Okay, it had this event here where sort of towards the end of February there, where Bitcoin did that correction, sort of rolled, come back to the EMAs, and then continuation in an uptrend, latter part of the bull run there for Ethereum. So that's basically a little update on Ethereum. Take care, everybody. Stay strong, stay safe, and stay tuned. I'll be back again with another update on Ethereum. Take care. Bye bye.